Hey everyone, welcome to Stitching It. My name is Stephanie and this video is going to be my first video of 2023. And it was supposed to be my last video of 2022, but I was just a little bit busy and things got away and the kids went back to school, so here I am again. So it's taken me a little bit longer to sit down and be able to make this stitch with me that I wanted to. And now I've got the dog's attention. She had to come over here and see, who am I talking to? Okay, go lie down, Ella. It's a good girl. So, yes, last time I spoke with you, I was working on a diamond painting, and I've almost been, able to finish that diamond painting. I think I'm going to finish it tomorrow. So I'm just going to put a picture of where that is at now. I'm just on the last row. So that's what I've been working on so far this year. I started it on Christmas afternoon, and today is now January 12th. And like I said, I think I'm going to finish it tomorrow. So that's mostly what I've been working on this year so far. But I'm eager to get back into some stitching. This is going to be my my first cross stitch finish of the year. I'm just saying that right now. See, I already stitched 2022 in it. It's a long dog sampler called Live and Let Live. And I wanted to finish it last year, but time got away with me, and I'm always saying that I want to do lots of things and not able to finish them all. But I really do want to finish this as soon as I can. I'm doing it on 36 count Murmur, which is a color from Picture This Plus. And I love this color. It's just a pale peachy neutral, and it's good with all the warm colors in this design. I'm using all the called for Gentle Arts colors, and a lot of them. Raven is like a must-have if you're going to stitch long dog samplers frequently. And then this was an unusual one, Spring Grass. It was pretty bright, but it really pops, especially because I'm using only one strand, not two strands on this 36 count. So the bright colors really help show. And this is the color I'm going to be working on first today, is Faded Rose. So I don't know if you guys want to see all the colors. There's Chamomile, Pink Azalea, Poppy. Now that's a cute color, very bright again. And then Pumpkin Pie is used a lot in this one. The orange for the borders and the words and things like that. Tarnished Gold, which is almost brown. And Victoria Pink, Claret, Geranium. Oh, that's some Raven I used up. I think about that. Chamomile, Corn Husk. I don't know. So I love all these colors in this sampler. I remember when it first came out that it really reminded me of kind of like a Flower Power sampler, something that would be sort of vintage from the 70s, just the way they have these flowers around the edge and anyway. So I've been working on this sampler off and on since it came out, and it was released, which I don't know when that was, but it's going to be finished this year, and I really want to get it framed too. So let me get some thread out here. I keep everything on the thread cards that it came with. And yes, so I wanted originally in this video to talk about some plans for 2023, and I haven't done that many actual plans. I've sort of set up my WhipGo board, which is loosely based on last year's whips anyway. And my goals on those, maybe I'll just put a picture of that up too. But my goals on the WhipGo board are basically to try to finish the project. Not just, some people's goals are like, more specific goals, like a certain number of stitches or a certain amount of hours that they want to work on it. So I fixed it. I arranged it because the numbers were already called for January before I even finished coming up with my entire Whipco board. So the numbers that were called for January were 6 and 10, and I put Live and Let Live on one of those spaces like after it was called to make sure it was called for January. So and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on this berry in this berry bowl right here. I'm going to be doing the last berry in the bowl first. Actually, I'll start at the top. I just realized because there's some more of this color, like right there is going to be right there too. So, okay. Let's see if I can get this started. It is always awkward. I haven't stitched on camera in a long time, and let's see. I also got a new camera holder stand thing. It's an arm that holds your phone while you record, so you can do overhead videos, you know what I mean? I got a new one of those for Christmas. So I'm still not quite used to using it. This is my first time using it with stitching. So we'll see how it goes, okay? So like I said, I fixed my Whipco board so that this would be a January project. So I can go ahead and try to finish it as soon as I can. And my other project, I can't remember what I put, if I put anything in the other spot yet. We'll see. I don't remember what it was at this time. But Whipco really does help to, even if you don't have a specific goal, if you just want it to let it lead your stitching, you know. I finished a few projects from my Whipco board last year, and yeah, it's harder to stitch and talk, just so you know. It was easier to diamond paint and talk. There's a wind advisory today for us in the weather. I mean, so I can hear it outside. It's just kind of overcast, but I hope it doesn't blow it. I mean, we don't really have a lot of mature trees around us, so, but I can sure hear the wind blowing somewhere. I don't know if you guys can. Did you hear that? Anyway. Oh, my other start, I did start something for the new year already. And that is the 2023 Sal Stitch Along from Modern Folk Embroidery. I had started, it was described, it's not exactly a companion piece to 2021, but it looks very similar in nature to me. And they're the same exact size. So I wanted to do it. And it's beautiful. It looks like this big, huge tower to me. It's called Reaching Skyward. He released all 12 parts at once, so you can stitch it in whatever fashion you want to. And yeah, so I will be showing that on my next update, hopefully, if I can get, I've picked the threads, you know, but I have to get some more of them. So I'll share the thread selection with you, or either on Instagram when I'm still a little secretive about it right now, but it's no big deal. It's meant to go with my 2021 sampler. So, yeah. When he first released that sampler, he was releasing it in parts, you know, every month, the 2021 sampler. And I started on a paper pattern. I can't remember why. It either wouldn't work in Pattern Keeper or, you know, it was something like that. It was like maybe because he was releasing it in parts, it wouldn't go into Pattern Keeper at first. But then eventually he did release a Pattern Keeper friendly version of it. So this one he released, like I said, all at once, and including a Pattern Keeper friendly version. So you can stitch it. You don't have to just stitch the part. If you're following along, you know, you don't have to stitch January's part first. You can start wherever you want. But that was the only, oops, I got a knot or something back here. That's the only, I'm trying not to start stuff, you know, as usual. Trying not to buy stuff as usual. But no, I love that. I'm really becoming a modern folk embroidery fan. And I don't think I've ever actually finished a modern folk embroidery project yet. Like, I consider myself a big Long Dog sampler fan, but I've only ever finished one. But this is going to be number 2, okay? Okay, so I finished the berry in the bowl. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I'm going to move down here to... When I first started this channel, I was making speed stitching videos, is what I call them, where I literally filmed myself stitching and then sped it up, because that's what all I could basically do, and set it to music, because that's what I wanted to do. And I did do several live stitch with me sort of things, but that was like early, and that was 5 or 6 years ago. It was pretty early in the days of lives on YouTube. And I don't know. This stitch with me reminds me of it. Those lives that I used to do. Okay, now I'm ready to end the thread for now. So I'm going to flip my work over. I bury my thread when I end it, if I can, a couple times to make sure I'm doing it securely enough. Okay, where are my scissors? Here we go. Let me just mark off my progress. And yes, I'm using Pattern Keeper. I love it. I don't know how I did stuff before Pattern Keeper. I'm serious, like, or large complicated patterns, you know. I don't know if when I start, and I do like a modified pin stitch. Right now I'm just coming up in the middle of a square and I'm leaving a tail behind, and then I basically go down to the bottom corner and start my X and just make sure I don't pull it out. And then I just kind of catch the thread on the back. And that works for me. I hope it's secure enough for the ages. And right now on this piece, I am about 74.83% done. So if I can hit 75% today, that would be good. I did make a good effort on the nativity scene from Imaginating. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I shared it a few times over the holidays, and I was working on that until after Christmas. I mean, it's still sitting out possibly to take to work because it was a paper pattern. It's only one color and it's very simple, so I don't have to mark off the pattern or do anything. So oops, I missed a thread. Right there. Anyway, so I can take it, I was taking it to work, you know, when I had a lunch break. Most of the time I don't get a lunch break because I don't work long enough shifts, usually. Okay, so I finished this little berry right here. And I need to do another little berry right there and another little block, a little block right there. So let's end the thread again. Because that's what I like, what I was trying to say about the Imaginating pattern. I said it was one color, but I really do like monochromatic stitching. Like, it's you know, more difficult and time consuming to change colors all the time. So why not? I don't know. Just do it in monochromatic when you can. That's one of the things I like about the modern folk embroidery patterns is he doesn't use a whole lot of colors in his, it'll be like 2 to 4 colors, you know. Okay, so I'm starting my thread again. Let me just see if I can get closer up for you so you can see. I know I have a stitching in hand video, but this is like a better setup than that was, I think. That was using my DSLR camera with a tripod, and this is using my iPhone camera, you know, with like this mechanical arm thing. Okay, so I'm pulling this through. I flip it around enough to see that I'm leaving a little tail right here. Can't tell if it's focused. Okay, so I got a little tail and I'm flipping it. And then it's in the middle of where my X is gonna be. And so I'm starting my X now. Scooping. Oh, good grief. It looks like a mistake there. Not that I did right now. I'm talking about, okay. Maybe it's just crooked. We'll see. Yeah, I guess it's just because it's kind of crooked. Okay. It interrupted my trying to explain how I start my threads. And I try to stitch from right to left so that I don't have to reach around the fabric. And I'll just literally, especially since this is only 3 stitches long, the row, see like that berry? Well, I reached around anyway, but I'll just go right back to the first one on the row. I am a pretty fast stitcher, I think. I mean, once I get going. It just helps so much to stitch in hand, really. That changed the type of stitcher I was, being able to stitch in hand, you know. Okay, so I did my little berry, and I'm going to end the thread again. And it's taken years. Like when I started cross-stitching in 2013, 2014, I originally started stitching in hand, just these small dimension kits, you know, whatever. And it was just a small piece of fabric, and I didn't know what Q-snaps were, and I just never really, I mean, hoops are okay if you don't have to move them, because I don't like the marks they leave. I can't ever get them out. So if I have to have marks all over my stitching, I don't like that. So that's one of the biggest things that motivated me to learn to stitch in hand. Let me check. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to explain, but I needed the concentration. But this is not supposed to be a tutorial. Really, it's just, you know, an opportunity for us to hang out together. And I haven't talked too much about, you know, what's going on in my life besides just stitching life, you know. And it's not that I don't want to get too personal, but, you know, I hope you guys are here to see some stitching and to talk about some stitching rather than what, you know, what was going on. But anyway, my dog's walking around again. She's been, this whole time, she's been chewing on bones and just walking around, dragging her feet on the floor. I wish she was asleep before I came down here and set up. So, okay, I did my 4 stitches that I needed for there. And it looks like I'm really close to getting over 75% finished on this project. And it's, you know, officially 3/4 done. So that's something to look forward to. I can get it done. Oh man, I gotta, okay, there it goes. All right, so I don't think I need, let's see if I can find any more places to stitch this color. Okay, there's one at the top. There's a little bird in this faded rose color. I'm just not sure. Because see, I stitched, you can see I stitched 2022 in there. And it's going to be 2023. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's not going to matter. I just checked. Because the 3 is going to be the same width as the 2. I had to change the spacing. That's why I put it in there originally, is because she had 2017 as the year in the pattern, and it needed to have the right spacing so that I could, that's what I'm trying to figure out. 1, 2. Okay, so I did have to move the 2 over further. That's what I'm trying to figure out, where to put the bird. Okay, so I should start it right at the edge of this 0. That's what I'm looking at. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Spaced with this flower. That's what's tricky about some of these long dog samplers and the patterns. If she already put, for example, her initials down at the bottom, Jewel's line, then I had to re-space them for the flowers that were growing out of them, because SMG took up more space than J, whatever it was. JEL is what she had in there. Okay, I'm thinking on my feet. I'm sorry to take up so much time. But I think I got the right, because this is going to be, it's important to put this bird in the right place, because it's supposed to be on the center line, which is right here, up here. This is the center line right here from what I've stitched. So I'm still looking at it. It's like, yeah, okay. I think I've got it. No. It's the second. Okay. Let's see if I can stitch this little bird, and then I'll wrap it up, because where are we at? We're at 27 minutes. And I really like to keep my episodes around 30 minutes, just so you know, if this is your first time here, you unless there's a reason for it, you won't see excessively long videos on here, because I like to watch my videos when they interest me, and I'm not interested. I was brought up watching TV all the time. That's what I blame it on, is I was brought up watching TV, and I have a TV attention span, okay? And I don't know if you guys were too, but I appreciate shorter videos, you know, even when I'm watching them from other people, because there's just so many people making videos. And I know it's hard to say what you want to say within a certain amount of time, especially if you don't get to sit down that often. But I just make a point of trying to stay around 30 minutes. It's easier to edit. It's easier to upload and all of those things. So three, okay. I'm still worried I'm not putting this bird in the right place, because if I have to count off it, you know, that's okay. I just need to line it up. This right here, this border right here is what I'm using to count from, the orange border there. So I assume that's right. I don't think I'm in the video quite as well as what I'm supposed to be. In case you're wondering, I am wearing magnifiers. These little things I love. I got them at Hobby Lobby, although I'm pretty sure you can get them other places too. They're called clip and flips. And And yeah, they're helping a lot right now because I'm kind of holding my stitching at an awkward angle to try to keep it on camera. But I'll show them to you in a second because they have really helped me out. Okay. All right. So I see we're over 30 minutes now, and I was saying I'm trying to keep it around 30 minutes. Didn't quite finish my little bird, but I'm going to in a minute if I can just stop stitching long enough to say goodbye. I'm going to let you guys go now, and I really appreciate it if you join me for the entire stitch with me. Let me know in the comments below if you are interested in another stitch with me. I think, you know, I had asked this question about my diamond painting, whatever it was called, Whip and Chat, yes, last time, you know, and I don't think it's something that, you know, that you have to do all the time, but just kind of infrequently to just catch up and show you what I'm working on. Could be a Whip and Chat, or, you know, a stitch with me. So I would like to try to do either one of those, just, you know, a few times a year. You know, I'm not making videos all the time now at this current time anyway. But so I think I just finished the body, this little bird. I'll show you, and then it'll be time to say goodbye. So thanks for watching. This is what I got so far on that little bird. All right. Well, I'll see you guys in a little while for an update. I don't know when, you know, life gets real. And it, you know, sometimes I don't feel like sitting down and making a video, but I did today, and it was fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.